How about you?
Well, did you
Yeah.
enjoy the panel? Seeing everyone fans?
Yeah, it was a real chill panel.
Not as
Yeah.
much as support as you'd like, though.
Not as much.
Not as much support as Marcel would like, though.
Yeah. Show of
It was
hands.
a little rough.
A show of a hand. Give me a hand, anybody. Yeah.
So, how is Marcel in this first season 4? What's he up to?
He's running the city. He's back to running the city. He's on top. He's top of the food chain, so he doesn't have anything to worry about. Just one agenda, really just keeping the peace and making sure things run smoothly. Yeah, different agenda for the other characters, which we'll see come to a head.
So your co-star, Joseph Morgan, said the romance between Klaus and Marcel may not yet be over. Do you think it's over?
He said the bromance may not be over. Yeah, definitely between those two characters is always like some unfinished business, something unspoken. I don't know what it is that sort of ties them together, what they're fighting against. Yeah, I think we'll go a little bit deeper, the little layers of the onions of their relationship this year. Yeah.
How has Marcel changed? Because I know we come back 5 years later. Has he been a different player? Has he grown at all in those 5 years?
Well, without giving too much away, that's I think up to my interpretation as far as what's going on in that 5 years. I don't think we're really going to show it, but with the loss of Davina and Cammy, I think he's lost his anchor, and all he really has now is the city. And he's had that time to sort of reflect. So I don't know. I think for me, I said he's a little bit numb to things a little bit. He's more business, but he's also a little bit. Think become unwrapped a little bit. Like that monster that I felt like he was trying to suppress or hide. Like he's always trying to prove that he's not like Klaus. I always feel like he's a lot like him. He's just sort of projecting that onto him. And so I hope to show those layers with the character a lot more this year, where I think you guys have come to know him as, the sort of, he can become a little bit more detached and think straight and also care for Davina. And you get to see those levels. But now that we don't have that, I like to show the other side of
We heard he's kind of thick as thieves with Vincent these days. They're running kind of New Orleans or from the respective corners.
Yeah.
Are they kind of like the new kings of the city, or what's going on with that relationship?
Yeah, they work together. They're co-workers. Yeah, I was watching episodes of the Wire. I always love that show. How they get together and they talk business. These guys are talking about dealing drugs and things like that, where they just go about it like it's like just a regular meeting. So I think the relationship is a little bit like that. Like they have to run their corner. Like they got to take care of the community, but they're also the two leaders, but I think trying to do right by each other, still keep the peace, but neither one of them really like each other. They're kind of just forced together to work together, and it just is what it is. So let's just deal with that kind of thing.
He sounds lonely.
It is. It's a lonely time for the character. He's all isolated. He's alone in New Orleans.
Does he regret some of the decisions he might have made?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe if he actually stopped to reflect on them, I think so. I think that's one thing. Running the city could be a good distraction for him. But the character, he lives alone, does his thing alone. Now he's in a penthouse. He's out of the loft and into a penthouse. So he's got nicer surroundings. I'm sure he's got cable now. He's got Netflix.
That still sounds lonely.
If he wants,
Hanging out with Josh.
Hanging out with Josh. You got Josh. And then we got another character that that Marcel keeps for counsel. That is a good distraction as well. I love the character and the actor or actress that plays him.
Is that where his heart might lie these days?
I don't know. I think it's a little complicated. He has, the one love affair that we see is one that's just not destined to be. And so you're always just like, well, just pick the nice good girl next door or something, But I don't know. I think it's his taste in women will probably not lead him down down the aisle anytime soon.
Were you surprised at all by the way season 3 ended?
Surprised? No. No, because we had talked about it in a way where I said I wanted for the character. Actually, my words to Narducci at the end of season 2 was, I want my character to be great. I said, me personally, I want to be great. If I'm going to do something, I want to at least try to be the best at it. So I said it's going to be hard to come to work so hard, and then to watch my character sit on the sidelines. I said it would burn me up, and I think it's going to show on screen, and I don't want that. So I said either make the character go for greatness or die trying. And so he did. He died trying, and he came out on top there. So it was lovely. But as you saw, I went that whole season feeling that, expressing that, but it didn't happen until the last 3 seasons. So I was very patient and just had faith, and they didn't let me down. So.
Thank you.